Welcome back, YouTubers. I'm Dr. Greg. Most of us would assume that perpetuating a deception on people who have entrusted us to provide them with a service is unethical. However, in my experience as a professional project manager and a project management researcher, I believe that perpetuating certain deceptions in relation to the management of projects is not only necessary, but extremely beneficial. So today, we're going to have a look at these deceptions and why you need to master them. In their research and exploration of deception as a communication construct, Knapp, Hart and Dennis explore the use of deception by social actors. Interestingly, they found that in certain situations the use of deception, either consciously or unconsciously, may produce significant benefits for everyone involved. So let's have a look at what I believe are the top 3 deceptions that project managers need to master in order to achieve project success. Deception number 1. Don't worry, I've got this under control. Having been a project manager for almost 20 years, I can assure you that, in the majority of cases, I'm not sure that I have things under control. Don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean that the project is careening off unchecked. It means that the longer I'm in this profession, the more I realise there are both unknown and unknowable dangers lurking off to the side of my project, just waiting to spring out and derail my best laid plans. Now this shouldn't alarm anyone, it's just a fact of life. The longer I'm in the profession, the more convinced I am that project managers are not good controllers, but they are great problem solvers. They have the intellectual capacity to take almost any issue that's thrown at them and quickly develop a viable plan of action to resolve it. However, this is not necessarily what the clients want to hear. So we just tell them that we're controlling their project. This seems to make them happy, so why tell them otherwise? Deception number 2. This is the project schedule that I will use to complete your project. This is one of my personal favourites. I like to call it the fable that we all want to believe. As a project management professional, one of the first things I will do at the commencement of a project is to develop a detailed schedule of all the tasks that need to be completed and the time it'll take to complete them. I then present this to the sponsor and steering committee, stakeholders and users and say, this is how I'm going to deliver your project. The simple fact is that most of the time that schedule will need to change. However, if I told everybody the truth at the start of the project, i.e., I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this, but I will get you to the end, I simply wouldn't get engaged as the project manager. So I create a feasible schedule and submit that as the one true path. The irony of this deception is that when I'm working for a sophisticated or a seasoned sponsor, they already know that the schedule will have to change, but they still want a detailed schedule created at the start of the project because that's what we're supposed to do. Thus, the initial detailed schedule becomes the fable that we all want to believe. It's a necessary deception because without it, we probably wouldn't make a start on the project at all. So we tell each other that this is how the schedule will progress. And then we get down to the real job of discovering what the real schedule will be as the project evolves. Deception number 3. I'm cool, calm and collected and confident in my ability to complete your project. Shh, this is the one we're not supposed to talk about. Over my career, I've personally managed about $2 billion worth of construction projects. This brings with it a certain hard-won experience. However, every new project is different, and there are times on every project when I lie awake at night worrying that I might not have what it takes to successfully manage this project through to the end. There are times when I feel like I'm an imposter, waiting for everybody involved in the project to see right through me. But of course, admitting this to the sponsor or client or stakeholders is hardly going to endear yourself to them. So what do? Well, I act cool, calm and collected and exude a sense of confidence in my own ability to complete their project. After all, what value would there be in me telling them the truth? It would only worry them. So I go about trying to convince them, and to a certain extent myself, that I have what it takes to get this job done. And guess what? In almost every case, I actually do. So the deception becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy which ultimately benefits everybody involved. I hope by now you can see that not all deception is evil. There are things that we, as project managers, need to do in order to start the project and keep it moving. There are certain deceptions that we perpetuate in order to successfully deliver projects. These deceptions are fundamental to the success of our projects. And if they're done skillfully, you'll find that your clients, sponsors and stakeholders will love you for it. This has been another presentation from Enso Consulting. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. I'm Dr. Greg. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you again soon.